Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to back up Oracle databases on Windows using AhsayOBM. Ahsay offers complete protection for all your Oracle database servers on Windows and Linux platforms through the use of full database and archive log backups for the latest point-in-time recovery. Our solution offers customers full flexibility, allowing them to choose between backing up selected databases or the entire instance. Ahsay supports backup of deployable databases or PDB, allowing for greater flexibility and adaptability in their database management strategies. Ahsay supports hot backups for Oracle database instances, which includes database files, control files, configuration files, and archive log files to ensure 24/7 uninterrupted user access. AhsayOBM places a temporary lock on the selected databases during backup, ensuring complete data consistency. This does not impact normal database operations, but it prevents new data from being committed during backup. After the backup has been completed, any new transactions are then applied to their respective databases. AhsayOBM offers archive log deletion, a feature that automatically deletes archive log files from your Oracle instance which have reached a certain user-specified amount of days. Ahsay takes the stress out of Oracle database recovery with our automated recovery process, allowing for quick and reliable recovery from any point in time with a choice of either manual or fully automated database recovery. Let's go to my Oracle database server and start to create a backup. On your Oracle server, launch AhsayOBM. Log in using your credentials. Click the backup set style. Click on the plus icon to create a new backup set. Enter the name of your backup set. Then select Oracle Database Server Backup as the backup set type. The default login ID used is System. Enter the corresponding password. It is recommended to retain the default host address, which is 127.0.0.1, as AhsayOBM is directly installed on the Oracle database server. The default port number is 1521. If your Oracle instance is set up with a different port, please adjust this value accordingly. For the SID, which is the Oracle System Identifier, you may need to contact your system admin for the value to select here. For our example, the default value is set to ORCL. Click Next to proceed. Select the backup source. Select the databases that you would like to backup. To enable full Oracle database recovery, all system databases, including sysops, system, undo TBS1, undo, users, and all related application databases except for temp must be selected in the backup source. In case the temp database is selected in the backup source, AhsayOBM will automatically skip it during the backup job. Our example instance contains pluggable databases or PDB, such as PDB seed, which is a system-supplied template. Other PDBs can be backed up if required. Click Next to proceed. Create an automatic backup schedule. Turn on the setting and click on the plus icon to add a schedule. Input the name of the new backup schedule. There are two backup set types, database and archive log. Create a backup schedule for each type to optimize the efficiency of your Oracle database server backup. Typically, this entails performing both databases and archive log backups every day outside working hours, which also minimizes any impact on end users. When setting up a backup schedule, consider the hardware performance of the machine, the network bandwidth, and the retention policy settings. For the type setting, you can either select daily, weekly, monthly, or a custom setting. For the start backup setting, you can choose at if you want the backup schedule to start at a specified time, or every if you want it to start at a specified interval. Using regular backup intervals is crucial for ensuring that changes to the Oracle database are always backed up. This backup schedule is particularly well suited for backup of Oracle archive log files which allows for the most current point-in-time recovery. However, having small backup intervals also means that the backup machine must have the appropriate hardware specifications to achieve optimal performance. As the amount of new data grows, ensure the AhsayOBM user account has enough storage quota allocation, and consider the retention policy settings and retention area storage management. For the stop setting, which is only available if the start backup is set to at, there are two options available. Until full backup completed, where the backup job will only stop running when all the changes to your data are completely backed up, regardless of how long it takes. And after, which stops the backup job after a specific time period even if the backup of all your files and folders are not completed. The best practice is to enable Run Retention Policy after backup, which will delete the files and folders in the retention area that have exceeded the retention period. This is to better manage the backup storage quota. For our example, we will create a database backup set every Saturday at 8 p.m. and a daily archive log backup set from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. When you're done, click Next to proceed. Oracle Database Backup Sets exclusively support sequential backup mode. If you intend to backup Oracle databases to both the Ahsay drive and a local drive, AhsayOBM will perform backups to the destination storages sequentially. The order of the destination storage can be changed, but any changes will take effect on the next backup job. For our example, we will backup our data to the Ahsay drive. Click on the plus icon and select Ahsay drive. Click Next to proceed. Use the default setting for encryption. This is the most secure option as it uses Ahsay's AES 256-bit data encryption, and it will randomly generate a 44 alphanumeric character encryption key to secure your backup. Remember, once you have selected the encryption settings, it cannot be changed afterwards. If you need to change the encryption settings, you would need to create a brand new backup set and backup all your data again. Click Next to proceed. It is very important to keep a copy of your encryption key before clicking Confirm. If you forget or lose your encryption key, you will lose the ability to access and restore your backup data. Once you have secured the encryption key, click Confirm to proceed. The backup set has been successfully created. Click on Backup Now to start a backup job, or you can click Close and wait for the scheduled backup to start a backup job. Let's click Close and check the other available settings for our backup set. Click the backup set that we just created. Click on the Show Advanced Settings to view the other available settings. Click on the duplication. The duplication is enabled by default, and when it is turned on, it removes redundant data blocks. The default settings are the optimal settings for the duplication, and for database backups, it saves up to 60% or more storage space, saves costs, and reduces network bandwidth usage. Next, select Retention Policy. The retention policy dictates how long it will hold files and folders that were deleted or modified during a backup job before they are removed. They are stored in the retention area, which is a temporary destination to store the files and folders, which can still be restored. Increasing their duration increases the likelihood of recovering older versions of deleted or modified files and folders, increasing the storage required, which translates to a higher storage cost. There are two types of retention policy available. Simple, which is a basic policy where the retained files are removed automatically after a specified number of days or backup jobs. And Advanced, which is a more flexible policy which can be used to maximize the scope of your data recovery while minimizing the storage usage and cost. You can set it to daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, or a custom setting. Let's go back and choose a simple retention policy. Next, select Others. The temporary directory is set to a local volume by default. The temp folder is the default location where AhsayOBM temporarily stores backup set index files and temporary restore files. The best practice is to set the temporary directory to another local drive for optimal backup and restore performance. Enable the remove temporary files after backup to effectively manage the free space on the drive. It should not be located on the same partition as the operating system because if that drive fills up, it could cause the backup machine to crash, preventing your backup from running or completing. It shouldn't also be set to a network drive as it could affect both backup and restore performance. Click Change and select a different location. I will select a different local drive to store the temporary files. Next is compression type. You can choose between no compression, normal compression, fast compressed size larger than normal, and fast with optimization for local. We'll use the default setting, which is fast with optimization for local, as this is the optimal setting for our backup set type. Last is recycle bin. This feature allows the user to set the number of days the block files that were deleted, either due to retention policy or data integrity check, will be held as added protection. Click Save to save the changes, and go back to the main menu of AhsayOBM. We are going to manually run a backup job. Click the backup tile, then select the backup set that we just created. Select the type of backup to run, whether it is a database or archive log backup. Since this is the very first backup job, we will select a database backup. Enable the Run Retention Policy After Backup option to permanently delete files and folders in the retention area which have exceeded the retention period to better manage the backup storage quota. Click Backup to run a backup job. The databases have now been backed up. And that's how you back up Oracle databases on Windows using AhsayOBM. With Ahsay, your data is fully protected. Armed with the latest technology like immutable backups, where your backup data will never be encrypted, deleted, or modified for total protection against hackers and ransomware. Strong AES to 56-bit data encryption ensures that your data is encrypted during transit and when your data is stored, to prevent anyone from reading your data without your permission. Two-factor authentication, to prevent anyone from accessing your data without your permission. Multi-destination backups, to store your backup data in more than one storage destination and across many geographical regions, for maximum protection against natural disasters, fire, or conflicts. And data deduplication, a feature that removes duplicate copies of data that helps you save up to 90% of your storage space, with significant savings on your data storage cost, as well as much faster backups. That's why you should choose Ahsay. Your data is safe with us.